Okay, so this is just a very brief overview on the sort of maps you can get for Memory Map. What we've got here is OS Route Planner 2015. I'm a year behind. There is another one available for 2016. To get more maps, obviously they cost money. There are some freebies, but they're not going to be much use to you for any detail. If I want them, I can go here, Digital Map Store, click on that, it brings up a list. Now, ones in blue are ones that I've probably already got. I have the full professional version of the software, which allows me to do lots of other things which you might not require. So they're shown in blue in that freebies. Obviously there's padlocks on some of the others. You can see there we've got the marine chart for the North Sea, Southern Sea, Central Sea, etc. We've got civil aviation charts. So yeah, there are a lot of pilots who have this software on an iPad, have it strapped to the thigh, and they use it for navigating. Very popular. So you might want the CAA charts to see if there's going to be a flight path directly over your outdoor location. Not that you can do much about it, but you might decide to use somewhere else. So padlocks mean you've got to buy it, and there's loads of different stuff as we come down to more detail. We've got A to Z Glasgow and Edinburgh page layout. Page layout, I've not actually got one of these because I don't use A to Z's, but I think the page layout is you've got the letters across the top and the numbers down the side, or vice versa, so you can say which square a street's in. Got all the marine charts, got an A to Z super scale road atlas, and it just shows you for the area you've actually got on screen. So you can see there's 377 more maps available. Search a smaller area. So what I'll do is we'll zoom in a bit and do it again. We'll see the list has changed, and in there, which you can see a green tick next to me, is the England and Wales 1900s historical map. We've got it for 1800s, 1920s, 1940s. You can also get the 1800s historical for Scotland, aerial photography of the UK, 1 to 25,000 maps for Northern England, so they tend to come in packages. So obviously like here, the 1 to 50k Land Ranger maps, the pink paper maps. If you buy that, it's going to cost you quite a bit of money. But let's just have a look at some of the stuff I've got. I'll zoom in it a bit more. We'll look around here, and I will do maps at cursor, and we'll bring up the Scott 1 to 25k first, then we'll zoom in on the town. So here we go, there's Kelso, 1 to 25k. I'll go back to right click and maps at cursor, and I've got England Wales 1900s historical map. Now nothing's showing because at the moment I haven't got automatic download on, and what it's doing now, it's bringing the maps in, and I need to activate them. When you buy the historical maps, you can see here I've got England and Wales 1900s. I'm signed into my account when you first go and buy a map, you're asked to create an account. In fact, I think when you first download a freebie, you have to create an account. And the reason for that is because I'm using it here on my laptop. If I had an iPhone or an iPad, well, I've got it on my Android as well, I sign in the app, and it gives me access to those maps as well. They're generally available for a PC and a mobile of whatever description. I have, when I bought it, that's what I've got left. I think I had 1600 square kilometres. For the area on screen, I'm going to use 131 square kilometres of what I originally bought. But roughly, it's about £16 for 1600. So £1 for 100 square kilometres of historical mapping. Though you can't buy like that, you have to buy in a sort of big bulk bit. But it's about £16 plus VAT, so not silly money. So if I didn't have an activation right, I click on buy now, it'd take me to the website and I could go and buy it, but I've got it, so I just hit activate. And obviously if you were doing this first time, you wouldn't have an account. There'd be a create account button here, and you give it a name and a password, and away you go. So we'll just hit activate, and you can just make it out. There we go. So bearing in mind, we're on the border there, So part of it's quite obviously Scotland, part of it's quite obviously England. You can go in. We're not actually on there, I should have thought about that. Cornhill, where we can actually see the mapping. And you get the license, and you usually get the license to print it with the copyright on, so you can go and see what was there before. So that's one type of map. We've seen the 1 to 25k, we've got the road, 1 to 250k road atlas, and we can keep going out. I've got the Nautical Chart, so you can see Berwick-on-Tweed, Holy Island, coming all the way up into the Forth and up to Edinburgh. Change the chart there, got more detail. We'll zoom back out to the whole of the UK. And we'll nip down to London because I've got some other mapping for London. Zooming a bit on London, right click, maps at cursor. I've got the A to Z of Greater London. This is an old one, so it's not the most up to date. There we go. Still getting our, on the cursor, our elevation and our national grid reference. And right click again, and I've got London city centre. So slightly more detail. Also got my 1 to 25k. So as I say, there's lots of stuff you can go off and buy. We could go in there and we could got the AA 1 to 100k road map. That's what that looks like. Oh, go off the digital map shop and we could get a street view. There you go, there's the latest. We can get the HD 1 to 25k maps, which means when you zoom in, so it's starting to get a bit pixelated on the HD maps. They're not quite as pixelated. So that's just a brief overview of some of the maps you can get for Memory Map.